Hi, Amasawa is my name. Today on Wisdom TV, we are up close with a special guest by name Evangelist Joseph Tham.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
We would like to know something small about Evangelist Joseph Tham. So tell us something.
Hello to your viewers. Evangelist Joseph Tham he's an author and also a music minister. I would say a worshipper.
Okay.
Yes, and he's a product of Trinity Seminary.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is the little
Something
I can
small.
say.
Okay.
I can say.
What inspired you to write songs? And what's your inspiration in music? What made you go into music?
Okay. I think that the Christian as a whole, the Christianity as a whole, we are having a lot of problems, and I would say I will call it errors.
Okay.
Yes, because the right way we should do things, we are not doing it. Some of the things that we are supposed to do, like prayer, we are not doing it right. When it comes to worship, we are not doing it right.
Okay.
Yes, I know there are a lot of questions behind that, yes, but
A
we are not doing a lot of things right, which means that there are some people God will bring into the scene to help correct such errors. So the inspiration is that we are trying to correct some of the errors in the Christian nations or in the Christianity. I don't want to mention religion.
Okay.
Yes, but in the Christianity body. Exactly.
Is there a particular gospel artist or musician that inspired you? It could be just anybody.
Yeah. In Ghana, I do have Joe Metal. You know, he's a renowned minister. I have Cecilia Mafo.
Okay.
Cecilia Mafo.
Okay.
I have Edam Reku.
Okay.
Those are people who inspires me to do true worship music.
Okay.
Yes, so I would say.
What exactly? You see, you mentioned Cecilia Mafo, you mentioned Eldamiku, you mentioned Joe Metal.
Yeah.
And all these people or ministers of God you mentioned, their music are delivered in different forms.
Yeah.
So which direction are you heading towards?
Yeah, if you look at them, most of them are into the worship category.
Okay.
Yes, they don't do that kind of voice singing. You know, now we have people who really want to show voice.
Okay.
And there isn't any spirit behind it. I can't judge, but out of the experiences, some of the programs we attend, some of the events we go, you see that there isn't an outpouring of the Spirit. And even now in our churches, you realize that there are worship ministers, the leaders in worship, but we are not experiencing the power of God. So with these people that I've mentioned, they are people who can really bring, to me, that's an experience I've had with them.
Okay.
Yes, I've sat under the administration of Joe Metal. I've sat under the administration of Mama Sisi.
Okay.
I've sat under the administration of Edam Reku, so I know what they carry. And so I was inspired that if these people will be there no more, some time to come. So then it means that we that are also coming up must take up that mantle. So that is the inspiration. I ask myself that if they are not there tomorrow, who is standing in? So that is the inspiration behind my musical career.
Okay. There's a question I'll ask, but I think I would ask that later on.
No problem.
And we would like to know what you have in stock for us, an expectation from you.
All right. I'm not only embarking on musical projects.
Okay.
I've written a book too, which is titled The Wheel.
The what?
The Wheel.
The Wheel. Okay.
Which is a prayer book.
Okay.
Yes, and I don't know if you have questions on that, but I do have a lot of projects that I'm working on. So in this year, actually, I do have a lot of packages. I released my worship medley about 2 days ago.
Okay.
Yes, and then I'm yet to release my single.
Okay.
Yes, so this year I'll be having a worship concert too very soon, maybe around actually prayed.
Okay.
Yes, so there's a lot in store for my people.
We are waiting for all of that.
And also, I'm also trying to embark on sickle cell education.
Okay.
Yes, which is not part of the career, but sometimes you also have to see a need in the society that you can attend to and then help. As you are building people spiritually, when it comes to the health aspect,
okay,
or it comes to cleanliness or anything, you should also be there to support. So this year is really bad.
It looks like you have a lot for us.
Exactly.
And I would like us to touch on the sickle cell. Yes,
right.
we spoke about. What exactly is it that you want to do for the society, for the community, aside
Alright.
the music?
All right. Last year sickle cell day,
okay,
I was driving and
when exactly is the sickle cell day? Because this is the first time
forgive
I've
me,
heard.
I think I didn't really keep the date, but the inspiration came from there. That's why I'm mentioning it.
Okay.
I don't really know them. I don't remember the month.
Okay.
Yes, but last year's one, that's 2018.
Okay.
I was driving and I happened to hear them speak of it, that people do embark on a lot of projects.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to sickle cell, as I
You
see
know
people are sleeping.
Okay.
And so I started researching on sickle cell and how people are affected.
Okay.
So I've been to some of the hospitals to also see the patients and the things they are going through. So I realized that if we don't also stand to call the public to stand as well, we are going to lose people out of that.
Okay.
And the education is going to be on you knowing your status before you go into a relationship.
Yes.
Because a lot of people ignore it, and now their children tend to suffer for that result. Yes, so the education is you must check your sickle cell status before you go into relationship. And also, if I'm able to sell my book, like I come to your church and your church receives me, I sell maybe 100 copies of my book, I give 10% of the money I have to the sickle cell society. Yes, so
that's very interesting, because the sickle cell issue is really a big problem.
Exactly.
Not long ago, I think 2 days ago, there was a topic I was talking about with the community, and it's good you are embarking on, or you are going to embark on that. I would like you to give us a gist of your worship melody.
The worship melody is.
Or put us in the spirit.
Really. Worship medley, because of we have a lot of songs, and for me, I also like dealing with the old songs. A sister of mine called me yesterday, and she was saying that when she was listening to the medley, she didn't hear any English song.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not promoting English songs,
okay,
and I'm not saying they are bad songs, but I know we have deep songs locally that it inspires people and brings the spirit of it, ignites the spirit of the people. So I'm also trying to go to the old.
So that's what you refer to old.
Yes, like the old songs, like the Pentecost, the Apostolic.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a song. Wumi mia wumi, Mary Santini ye Obi te sawo, wasuru ni femuha, uye kron yeshi ram. Yepeja wudi, na seyema oso, seyedi wudi akwa, yedibi, yepeja wudi, na seyema oso, seyedi wudi akwa, yedibi. I think
that's just too much for now. So let's just keep the rest, so that they will be anxious to know what you have.
Exactly. Even with the worship medley, it's out.
Okay.
And what is yet to come out on 29th is it's my single.
Okay.
Yes, that's not somebody's song. That's not an old song, but that's a song written by my team.
Okay.
And sung by us.
Okay.
Because I'm not the only person singing. I sang with a brother of mine.
Okay.
And it was written by a brother of mine too. So that's the team. Yes, so that's my own song I can boast of. Yes, and that one, because it's in the pipeline.
You don't want to release anything right now.
You just have to wait patiently for it. But the title is Asida.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're hoping to expect something big out of Asida.
Exactly.
The question I wanted to ask you earlier was that with Elder Miku,
Okay.
when he's singing or his ministry, he has this, I don't know how to put it, this sound he makes, this continuous hey or something, and I don't really know for Joe Metal. And then you mentioned another lady. Yes, I'm sure she also makes something. Which one of them made you want to, or none of them? Or do you have your own?
You see, everybody has a style that God gives him.
Okay.
Right? When Mama Cecilia is ministering, you cannot stand. You understand? Even her on the stage, she doesn't stand. She will come and move and all that. Joe Metal is more of a content somebody. You understand? Though he has that local, yes. But everybody has a style. So for me too, I believe that I also have my style that God gave me.
Do you want us to know that's your style? Because those things move me a lot.
All right. I think that one thing that I normally do when I'm singing is,
because I think it's supposed to identify you or make you unique.
Exactly.
As soon as I hear hey from any part of any song, I feel it's Elder Meku.
One thing that I do, I like speaking in tongues a lot.
Okay.
So let me speak to you.
Okay.
Sometimes I like to keep quiet and speak in tongues.
Okay.
So sometimes you can see me on stage very quiet, not singing.
Okay.
Then maybe I'm just flowing.
Okay.
So that's because if I continue to sing, I'll cry.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is, I don't know if that's the special something.
Is it you being emotional or you being spiritual? That's what I end up.
Would I say spiritual? You see, worship is a spiritual thing. You understand? You don't know what happens to Elder Miku for him to shout. You understand?
Yes.
I don't think if Elder Miku is walking, he'll be shouting.
No, I don't think
Yes.
so.
Neither is his Yamafo. When you're on stage, there's something peculiar on that thing, like the thing we call it. Like you can see me very calm here. When I'm on stage, I'm different. I can dance. Today I was telling a sister of mine, she was dancing. I said, you know me, if I start dancing, people will run away from me. So when you are doing something like of that sort, the spirit that comes down is different. The spirit that is moving in the atmosphere is different. So that one, I can't say that is emotions or spirituality or whatever. But what we are doing there is not carnal. So I can say that it's spiritual.
Okay. Yeah. I think we've had enough for now as to what you have in store for us. And we are waiting patiently for your Asida to come out. Exactly. Yes, single to come out. Is there anything you like, anything you want to add?
Yes, you didn't let me talk about my book, but
please talk
since
about it.
I didn't get that space, let me use this opportunity. You see, like I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of errors that needs to be corrected. Especially, somebody asked me, that book, the inspiration was even more of a question someone asked me. After me being born again, do I have to pray? You understand? Because Jesus has won the battle for me. Why do I have to go and scream in church and all that? You see, the Bible also says that we should work our salvation with fear and trembling. You understand? It says that now, also Colossians says that now that we have received Him, let us walk in Him. Okay. So it means that we don't need to sit down and say that Jesus has finished already. Then everybody would have been called a Christian, but until you confess Him as your Lord and personal, it's a personal decision. So with my book, I'm there to instruct people and teach people on how to pray, especially with my first chapter. It says that Jesus is the perfect example. Okay. So what Jesus did that we are supposed to follow and then also do. You understand what I'm saying? So Jesus is the perfect example. So with Matthew 6:9, the Lord's Prayer, which we all know, Jesus didn't tell us that when we are praying, we should go and recite the Lord's Prayer. it's a foundation he laid.
It's a guide.
So when you read the book, you see that I've distributed it into portions.
Okay.
And then maybe
that's the Lord's Prayer you're talking about.
Yes. So maybe the first 3 things Jesus said, I said that is invocation. He was invoking the Spirit of God.
Okay.
And then from the 3rd to the 6th thing he said was a petition. So we must know the reason why we pray. People just pray amiss. People go to prayer camps and they don't know what they are praying about.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I believe that if you have the word at heart and you know the will of God, you will pray right. Yes.
It's good you spoke about the book.
Exactly.
I just remember the title of the book.
The
That's
Will.
the will.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And is that all you have to say?
Yes, I would. I think I have to say something to the viewers. I would say that you see, God has the ability to transform us and to change us, because you see, there was a time of my life I was called Grace.
Okay.
Yes, I think we didn't
in
mention.
Chi or in English?
The Grace is not Adam, but Grace was my name. That was a time when I was in the village.
Okay.
I was staying with my grandmother. So I don't know if she didn't know the name to give me or what. But I've also seen that Grace name has had impacts on my life. I understand. My name the Joseph was given to me at the age of 10.
Oh.
Yes, so that was my naming ceremony. So what I want to tell people, that everyone, is that you see, life is about process. It's about steps. For me, I've not gotten there. Where I want God to take me, I've not gotten there. But if I look back at where God has brought me from and where He's brought me to now, I think that everyone must be patient, prayerful, study the Word of God, and then trust God. Okay, when you stand in front of people, maybe if you get any opportunity I get to preach somewhere, to minister somewhere, sometimes I ask, how many of us read our Bibles today? How many of us have prayed? And you see few people. So that is the problem. We don't study the Word, and so our ears are itchy. We want to see prophets. We want to see that. But if everyone knows the Word, we are going to act accordingly, and God is going to bless us. So that is what I would say.
Thank you very much. But you mentioned something just now, talking about we not being able to read the Word.
Okay.
I think it's difficult, or what word should I use? Because you wake up in the morning, you are thinking of the physical and the things that you are supposed to be doing to make the day complete. But you don't seem to find a little space for the Word of God. How can you advise us on that? Help us.
Just yesterday I was having Bible discussion with my brothers, and when they were reading the Word, we took Isaiah 55, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11, where we had the Word of God say that His Word comes to us and it doesn't return to Him God void. And you could see that the people, my brothers, were so energized with the Word of God. And so I cited an example that this is how, if everyone is going to take the Word every day, this is how energized we are going to be. But when you read the book of Luke 8, he says that the sower went out to sow seeds. Some fell on a stony ground, good ground, and all that. So it means that some of us, our hearts are stony. You see, even before you are going to study the Word, you've not prepared the heart. You are going to study it because I don't know why you are going to study it, right? Some people study the Word and they pray based on conditions. You understand? You see, God has no contract with you. He can decide to kill all of us right now. Nobody will beat Him. So you should know that whatever you are doing is for yourself. So the advice I will give is that, you see, the way I always say that it is not difficult to always get food to eat. When you are hungry and even if there isn't money and you are going to call somebody, you are going to call. So it is about how we have positioned our mind. It's the mind. There isn't any problem. It's not spiritual. There's a fight though, but the mind is also battling us. You have a lot of things to take care of. When you, like you said, when you wake up in the morning, you have to do this, you have to do this. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of things on you. But like I'm saying, though you'll be doing a lot of things, you still find time to eat.
Of course. You
still find time to go to the washroom. Some people, they have made it their routine. Every morning they go to the washroom. I'm not like that. Sometimes 3 days I've not been to. Some people say I'm sick, but I'm not sick. So, like, if we are able to make sure that certain things are being done because it's a priority to you, I think that the word of God can also be a priority to you. So the children I teach, I tell them no Bible, no breakfast. It should be there. So even when the food is coming and you see it and you've not had your Bible study, you go back and study. So you have to discipline yourself. And the angels will not come and teach you how to read the Bible. You have to make a conscious effort. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Thank you very much. Evangelist Joseph Tham.
Yes.
Thank you for your time and talking to us about your music, all that you have in stock for us.
Before you close,
okay,
let me give my handles out.
Okay, sure.
Yes. Maybe anyone wants to follow me on Facebook. My name is Evangelist Joseph Tham. Likewise, Instagram.
Okay.
The same Evangelist Joseph Tham. And also on Twitter, Evangelist Joseph Tham. Okay. But on YouTube, if you want to subscribe to my channel, it is JT Ministries, Joseph Tham Ministries Official.
JT or Joseph Tham Ministries?
JT Ministries Official.
Okay.
Which the JT means Joseph Tham Ministries.
Okay.
Yes, so JT. But because of the song I uploaded there, if you type Evangelist Joseph Tham on YouTube, you get my channel.
Okay.
And then you just subscribe, because there's a lot of things I'm going to put on there. So anybody who has not seen me yet, anybody who has not downloaded it or has not listened to the video, the worship medley yet, you have to subscribe to my channel, because the next single it's going to be on only YouTube.
Wow.
Yes, it's only YouTube.
So if you don't subscribe, you won't get it.
Yes.
The next.
If you want to call me too as well,
okay.
0554 074027. Take it again. 0554 074027. That's my WhatsApp line.
Okay.
So if you want us to pray with you, we pray on the field every Tuesday.
Okay.
So Medina.
Okay.
So if you want to join us, come and let's push the force.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I call you with my need, you could pray for me instead of.
We pray with you.
There.
I'll pray with you. We don't pray for.
Okay.
That's one of the things we have to correct.
Okay.
We don't pray for. We pray with. Because we encourage people to pray.
Do the same.
We don't pray for. We have to come and let me lay hands and all that. It's good. Your pastor is laying hands and all that. You don't have to lay hands. Okay. We encourage you to pray. Yes. So if you have a need, we will believe God for an answer. Then we will teach you if that need it is the will of God. If it's not in the will of God, we will let you take it off. Yeah. There's a lot you have to learn.
Yes. Sometimes you're just busy about it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
All too soon, we've come to the end of this program, and up close with Evangelist Joseph Tham. We'll catch you.